So yeah, well, the first question I kind of wanted to ask you is, so I've only been in Eau Claire for a couple of years now for school, but I know that the store has been open, and on your website it says since 2009. So what kind of inspired you to first open up Revival Records?
So when I opened up the store in '09, I decided I wanted to do something I loved. I wanted to pursue something that's going to make me happy, and just not think about the money. Just do something I loved. So I did. I've always been in music. I've always loved music. It's just a big part of my life, and I wanted to just pursue a career in the music industry. I have retail experience. That's what I graduated college with, as a business degree, and so I just used that to my advantage. And in 2009, October 5th, 2009, I opened up the store and just tested my foot in the door in the Eau Claire market to see if Eau Claire could support a record store. And within the first 8 weeks, I knew that it was going to be a go. I think a lot more support than I thought back in 2009, and then it's grown every year since then, and that was 11 and a half years ago.
Yeah. Well, I've definitely noticed, especially whenever I come in, there always seems to be people here, and like when I come in, I always find a record or something new that I need to buy. So,
yeah. Good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So I was reading that that this wasn't the store's first location. So what's been the history of Revival Records locations?
Yeah, good question. So October 5th, 2009, I opened up a store up by Old Country Buffet in that little strip plaza there, Like I said, I was only there for a year before I knew I'd outgrow that store. That was a 440 square foot store, just a tiny little store. So I outgrew that one really fast. My second store was just down the street here, same side of the block, and that was 428 South Barstow. And I was there for about 4.5 years. And then that store, I liked the location. I know I always wanted to be downtown. I knew that Revolve Records just was meant to be downtown. That's just its home. So when I moved down here in 2010, I found a location that I thought would be good. But then I wanted to be in the heart of. I knew downtown was going to have a revitalization, and so I wanted to be in the mix. So I moved down here in this end, and let's see here, 2014 I moved down here, I think. And when I moved down here, Confluence Project was just a whisper. That one didn't know if it was going to be a go or not. This whole block was tore up. The hotel wasn't here. It was a different hotel. Everything's kind of grown up around me, which is great. It's kind of what I was hoping. So this is where I want to be. I don't want to move again. This is my last location. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So obviously, this store is just full of records. But I guess the question I had is, how big would you guess your record collection is? Your own personal collection of records. Yeah.
Oh, it will surprise you actually. So when I first opened up the store, my record collection was about 4,000 pieces in my own collection.
Wow.
And my wife was asking me, please, no more records. The basement was full. We had just remodeled the basement, and it was just records laid out everywhere. I had the bug. And so once she let me open up the store, I put my own collection into the store. I sold all my own collection except for I kept 250 albums out of my own collection. Just ones that meant a lot to me, ones that I had found that I was searching for. And then over the years, my collection now, over 11 and a half years, has grown from 250 to probably 450. So
okay.
I've only, out of all the years I've been here, I've only kept about 200 albums. And those are just ones that customers have turned me on to, and or just new ventures or waves of music that I've fallen in love with. So I get to listen to music all day long here, so I don't really, collecting isn't really my thing. I enjoy people finding it more than I enjoy it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you have a favorite genre of music that you like to listen to?
It depends on the month or the day or the year. I fluctuate pretty frequently, but if I had to choose one like major love in my life right now, I'm on an old school soul R&B kick right now. Last spring it was a reggae kick. I also follow indie chill pretty well. I like all the newer stuff. I listen to a lot of new music. Everything that's coming out with new artists, I'm just infatuated with. I like hearing different sounds. I like hearing the new things in music that people are pushing. I like it when artists push the limit. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Robert.
Are there any new artists that you really like that are putting out new music right now?
Yeah. So I like the Silver Sun Pickups. So there's a new artist, but they're not even new. They have a new album coming out. There's an older artist who has had a few records called Manchester Orchestra. They're coming out with a new album, Many Masks of God, that I'm pretty excited about that one. I also follow, I'm a big Jason Isbell fan. I like singer-songwriter style as well. Paul Simon is one of my very favorite artists of all time. Tracy Chapman's one of my favorite artists. Van Morrison is probably my top 5 favorite artists. Like, I can go on and on, I guess, but yeah.
Well, awesome. So now I just got a few questions, just kind of,
Hey, Will.
just thinking about, so there's a lot of people, especially around my age, like early 20s, who are starting to get into collecting records. So I guess, like, have you noticed, like, a lot more younger people coming in and buying records at your store?
Yes.
Yeah.
As the years go on, the demographic gets younger and younger, and then the style of music that is popular at the time changes. It morphs. You know, when I first opened up, 70s for used stuff, 70s was really popular. You know, all your Creedence Clearwater, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, that kind of stuff. And then as the years went by, now 80s for used stuff is real popular.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac is, you know, I mean, you can go on and on with 80s stuff. And for newer stuff, back then, indie folk was pretty big. Mumford and Sons, Lumineers, which are still pretty decent.
Yeah.
That stuff is now kind of died down, and I see a big influx in the market in R&B, rap, hip hop. Yep.
I have a few rap albums. Yeah,
Yep.
I can confirm.
Yep, correct. Yeah, and so a lot of the newer rap artists who are putting stuff out have been very popular. Yep.
Do you think, because obviously I like collecting records, do you think vinyl records might have like a longer lifespan than like Spotify, for example, possibly?
I think that's apples and oranges. You're going from digital music to analog music. Yes, I totally think that there's a place for both in this world. I personally gravitate towards analog. I just like having a physical copy in my possession. I like having that library. I like owning a piece of art that you get to play and listen to and look at and read the lyrics, see who inspired that artist. It's just it's an experience that I enjoy, rather than just throwing something on and just, you know, skipping to the next song. I like being able to just slow down, listen to the music, and take my time and just let it absorb.
I feel the same way. Yeah. So I got one more question I'd like to ask you, and that is, what would you say to someone who's interested in starting their own vinyl collection to kind of get them to kind of like help them like decide to start their own collection?
Yeah, so the first thing is to just get a turntable. Get a turntable and find an album that you like. Just, it doesn't matter the genre. It doesn't. If you like the music, you like the music. Play what you love. I personally like selling to customers who are going to take the record home, open it up, listen to it. I do sell to some collectors in the area that like to collect the records for value, and records do go up in value. It's just a thing. But the store is really based around people who are going to take the music home, open it up, and enjoy it. That's what the music was meant to be. Music is meant to be shared.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got to ask you today. Thank you for letting me talk to you, Billy.
Yeah,
It was
you're welcome.
it was a pleasure.
Yeah, appreciate it.